Start with the Pisces, the phone cut there. Yeah, there will be times, Pisces, where it's like you go through these cycles. Naturally, you go way up and then you go way down, and that's part of the process of unfolding. I'm hearing in your light. I'm hearing your greatness. That which you bring to share with your world that you create. Now, Pisces, for a number of you, it's a simple discussion at the end of the day. We're talking really about the night and what it unfolds to in moving into the next. I'm hearing days break. For a number of you, there's a cycle, in other words, that you've been moving through, and you understand that. Fundamentally, at your core, you know, I am more than human. I'm hearing that as well. And I know that, but I still experience that. And that sometimes is the tricky part of this process. Now, for a number of you Pisces, I'm hearing again, there's a lot in store. I'm hearing, get ready. Oh, we start with the Magician. You better believe it, Pisces. This transit was made for you to make you meet the real you. I'm hearing that as well, and your greatest gifts that you are to share in this dimension. Now we have here, I'm hearing of truth and light. The Magician here as the first card here. We'll be reading for the entirety of the cycle here, and in February is actually when we started the pre-shadow period with the Magician upright, 5 Pentacles in reverse. Wow. We then move into the 7 of Wands in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. There's a lot of focus on release here, Pisces. I'm hearing it in this way: physically, mentally, emotionally, psychically, energetically, spiritually. We're all also involved in this process. I'm hearing that as well. Now, there is a lot that perhaps you feel you have been involved in the space of meditation of. The Chariot here. Wow. Right there. The Chariot, and like, sounds like someone's stepping on the gas. So, Chariot actually speaks of translocation. It can speak of movement, change. For a number of you, okay, well, we'll get into it. I'm hearing there's something you're really attracted to as well. There could be someone that's very attracted to you. Wow. For a number of you, you're like getting ready to move. It's abroad. I'm hearing that Temperance, mirroring the Chariot. Now, we start with the Magician as well. There's something that possibly even in February, you were like, something became really clear to you. It was like really obvious. And it might even have to do with the archetype of Cancer, the 4th house, the moon. I'm hearing it has to do with even your community for a number of you. There's something that even like, it has to do with your environment. I'm hearing making money. The Mother of Pentacles just fall on the ground. Now, okay, side note Pisces, right? This is Jupiter retrograde. There is a pre-shadow period and a post-shadow period. Pre-shadow period already started. It started, by the time at least that I'm reading on this, pre-shadow period was around February. Okay, began in February. And we stepped into, I think officially, the Jupiter retrograde period. It was in March. Yeah, so 18th of February, we entered the pre-shadow retrograde period. We then went straight into retrograde on the 14th of May. Yes, and then, well, and we're not there yet. We're like 2 days, well, 1 day away. Actually, we might, well, that's tomorrow, I think. Yeah, it's tomorrow. So I'm filming this on the 13th of February. What the heck? Yeah, hi, I'm in February, all the way back there. Well, hey, we're reading on these energies as well. So let's clear that though. Yeah, so there could be a major focus on the past. We have major cycles here that are coming up. Not only Jupiter in retrograde, also Venus in retrograde. We've also got Saturn in retrograde. We've got Pluto in retrograde. So at this point, we've got a lot here that perhaps we're working with. I'm hearing 17, the 17th, perhaps a very strong focus here, a date. Now, I'm seeing 3-7 as well, 3-7-7. Now, we got the 14th of May again. That's when it officially goes retrograde. Then we've got the 12th of September is when it goes direct technically, but we still got that post-shadow period, and that is on, that ends on the 6th of December approximately. Now, I would not underestimate the post-shadow or the pre-shadow period. You might find that these periods actually really do bring up profound themes for you, and it might kind of be sparsed out during the actual retrograde period, but what is time? And it's all perception, right? At the end of the day, Son of Pentacles, I said Son of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. 1 second. Someone feels like something is an endless cycle, and it's actually not done yet. I'm hearing that as well. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We're gonna get to this. What's this about? It has to do with this move that you want to make. I'm hearing that related to the Chariot. And the 8 of Pentacles, there's something that you're draining. I'm seeing you draining something out. You're letting something go. I'm hearing that as it relates to the month of March. So I pulled cards here, 2 for each month: February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I'm hearing switch, the switch up. 2 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. October. We then got November, the Ace of Wands and the 9 of Swords. And then we've got, I'm hearing no number, no name. I'm hearing that with the Ace of Wands upright and the Nine of Swords. Something is like really trippy, really tricky. I'm hearing, and it actually is related to the month of February and March. And then we've got here December, I'm hearing is actually related to June and July. The Daughter of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So we'll actually jump into the extended reading eventually. And you can access that via the link in the buy box below. That reading will be reading on the energies in greater detail as they move through once we actually move through this cycle completely. So more into the end and the mid part of December and into January. Now, just getting ready for the new year. So for a number of you, there's something here right in the beginning part of the cycle. It's something that you started to really think about. You had a very clear idea. I'm hearing that specifically, especially in the very beginning of February. It's something that possibly you felt like, I'm training myself on this space. I'm moving closer to the vision of acting on it. Wow. So it's something possibly that you felt you were preparing for. And for many, it might be related to your audience. Maybe it's like, well, I have this dream, but I have to make sure that my audience is ready for it. This came through in this Scorpio reading very strongly. So if you do feel guided to watch that reading, then feel free. But for a number of you, this has to do with your environment, possibly, well, the physical space that you're involved in. And it's something that you feel you want to kind of like, you want to curate, okay? I'm hearing that with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, something that possibly even in the month of March you started to really pay very close attention to. And it might be related to your health, your dietary patterns, your regimen, things like that, your daily routine. I'm hearing related to the archetype of Virgo specifically, there might have been some kind of activation there with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. For a number of you, it's something that you realize actually, and it possibly was related to the physical body as well. You're like, I want to release this. I want to detox. I'm hearing that again for a number of you. So you possibly had some kind of activation here around February and even leading into March. Now we then move into the third. I'm hearing a very strong key theme focus word is the. I'm hearing release. Now I'm seeing though, you saw something very clearly, and you could have even like been on some kind of retreat. So you might have even been in a program. You might have even like had some sort of like process of like fasting, some kind of pilgrimage, something very sacred though as well, possibly for a number of you, the Eight of Wands and Seven of Wands, something here perhaps that you felt was a space of assistance. Now you then have here in February, March, April, the Six of Wands and the Ten of Swords, and I'm hearing 10 is too much. No, thank you, please. Like something was very overwhelming at the tail end of April. It was just like, it was actually though a build up, and it was something that possibly you're like, well, it's inevitable. It was bound to happen. Either I address it now or I'll address it later, so I might as well deal with it today. I'm hearing that as well. Not to say that, hey, like, it was fun to talk about the tail end of that announcement together like that. Let's clear that. Now, you step then into May with Strength of Right. You step then into the mid part of May with Four of Pentacles in reverse. So something that you're getting, and the Four of Pentacles, I'm on the Magician, you're getting very, very clear on your assets and where they belong, where they go, what is needed, what the foundation is truly of this dream. You're getting very focused here, Pisces. Now, what I'm hearing as you move then into the month of June with the Chariot upright is the choice that you make for the direction that you move in actually, and it might be physically. For now, you're getting ready to move. I'm seeing like, it's like this, like in March, you're kind of like, you've been letting go of things, like you're kind of releasing things. It's almost like, well, I'm getting ready to go on that journey. I have to get very clear on what I want to kind of put into my luggage and process in the next cycle and chapter. For a number, this is some process of even connecting with your vision. I'm hearing that as well. And it's almost like, well, I have this vision. It's very clear to me. I'm hearing that as well with the Magician. But what are the assets that I need to sort of capacitate this space of dreaming? And that's where the Eight of Pentacles in reverse comes in to really reassess those decisions that we make as well when it comes to our physical sort of processing power. I'm hearing that with the Eight of Pentacles. So in other words, like what is my weakest link? You know, if you do have a lot of water, sometimes the element of earth might be a question when we come to managing, especially if you have water overlapping earth in your birth chart, for example, or simply if you've got a lot of planets in the element of water or in water houses. And the question really at that point becomes, what is not only the environment that suits me, but also the environment that will capacitate the action I want to take. So in other words, what I really see this as, Pisces, you coming down to clarifying is not only the environment, but also the space of the dynamic that's set in it. So for a number of you, it's something that you want to actually take charge of, leadership with, and be very, very focused in carrying out. I'm hearing the directive role of. So for a number of you, this is a matter of taking the lead with your vision, really setting the stage with it, and acting on the impulses, acting on your intuition in a way that serves you, right? If you have this propensity of feeling like, I know that I have an ability, I feel so much, I'm very empathic, but what is the direction that I allow that ability to sort of like manage of itself as well, where I feel like I'm not also like taking on all this work and like feeling like I'm like taken over by it as well, where I can actually balance that in the space of the heart. I'm hearing chakra. Wow, very interesting. So for no reason, this is something that maybe even you're creating the space of, and you feel like it's a collaboration, right? I can't feel like I'm also giving too much and that I'm taking too much. It's possibly a space where you feel like there needs to be balance in the way that synchrony is met. Now, the Ace of Wands or the Eight of Pentacles, I almost said the Eight of Cups. So for a number of you, this is really something that you're balancing. I want to say this very, very strongly here. Pisces, for you, very clearly, I want to make this real clear. This is something that you're balancing when it comes to the synthesis point of your emotion, your vision, your intuition, and the active space and element in which that ability of yours, and you're in that way, the ability of yours to feel, to intuit actually thrives. So in other words, I have this ability, but where is it that I activate it? I'm hearing that specifically. So your environment is shifting here around this time, Pisces. The Eight of Pentacles again in reverse in March. Whatever happened at the tail end of March, very important. I would reflect on that. I would possibly even go back to that month and really think, what was it that I started to really think about? Now, for many, this has to do with the generations. I'm hearing of history, possibly even connections. I'm hearing, I am carrying karma. I don't know what this has to do with the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles, take it as you will, but it's something that possibly even you realize, like, even, wow, this is like not serving me. You know, I'm feeling some pressure in the heart chakra. I'm hearing this has to do with something that you've been waiting for, possibly as well, and I'm feeling pressure in the sacral chakra as well. It's something that you're healing, you've been working on healing. It's something that perhaps you've been actually wanting, I'm hearing, to have an opportunity to directly address, and it is something that has taken a lot of courage. I'm hearing time to finally like come to terms with. And I'm so funny, I'm seeing someone who's like pregnant. I'm like literally seeing myself pregnant. It's so weird. I'm seeing somebody who like truly is like, they're like pregnant. I don't know, it's so weird when I put my hand over my stomach like that. Wow. So for a number of you possibly, and it's funny because look at this, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it kind of looks like a womb, right? It looks like the bursting belly. So for a number of you, there's some, I'm bursting. So for a number of you, there's something possibly that, you know, you were kind of like clear on, you knew, you were aware of in some way. It could be your ability, but it was like the environment that it was carried out in, possibly, or the way that it was carried out in, possibly, as you felt it was like not, it was like either wasn't the right time, it wasn't the right space, something was kind of possibly like not as efficient as it could have been. I'm hearing that as well. And so that now we're really getting in touch with. Now, for number, right, let's think of it in this way as well. Jupiter is all about, right, enthusiasm. Is all about like, yes, I'm ready, I want it, I'm excited, I'm so down for that. And then it's like, you know, how do we sort of manage that space of the attraction, even of the vision of what we desire, what we want? You know, in some ways, possibly for a number of you, you're coming to this point of realizing where your excitement leads, in what way we access and tap into our also fervent awareness of our passion. In what way does that ability of ours to also feel our passion serve us? So in other words, for a number of you, maybe you felt like, I feel like I'm just like, I'm out of balance when it comes to the passion I feel, possibly, and the way in which I tap into it physically. So for a number of you, it's about building momentum, possibly. It's like, well, I have also maybe so many projects, and it's overwhelming. I'm hearing that for a number of you, like, truly, like, you felt like you were taken down. I'm hearing by your work, and it doesn't mean that your work is, like, wrong, necessarily. It doesn't mean, necessarily, that, you know, the advice that you gave or the advice that you've been given was, like, somehow, like, not compatible with one another. I don't know whether to take it as you will. You know, it's just a matter, possibly, for a number of you, of, like, I need to just take a step back, reorient, and rescale my ship. I'm hearing for the sail that we embark on. Wow, this strength card here now, again, leading you out diagonal, the Eight of Pentacles. For me, this is something that you want to get honest with, something that perhaps even you want to, like, I'm hearing you want to, I'm hearing you want to open. I'm hearing the public space for. I'm hearing as well communicating about. Now, for a number of you, it's possibly a space you want to create. It can actually be a platform. For a number of you, there's something though that like perhaps closed down. I mean, even seeing somebody's like, I'm sorry, we can't do this right now. We're closing for business. We'll be back. We got to like think about our whole strategy. I'm hearing that as well. The Eight of Pentacles got at the end of March. Now, the Chariot upright is upright. I'm hearing make your choice, make it clear, make it. I'm hearing defined. I'm hearing on the emotional paradigm as well as that which is energetic, as well as that which is physical, as well as that which is. I'm hearing. Astrological. Wow, very interesting. So it's like strategic, like I'm hearing make a plan. I'm hearing that as well when it comes to the Chariot here in the first part of June. So there is a focus on, I'm hearing the numbers game a little bit, how we tally things up, how it is that we take what it is that we've known and we've kind of tapped into and we've identified as factors that are relevant, and how is it we kind of now start to interpret that in a practical manner with the Chariot upright. For a number, this has to come down to, I'm hearing it has to come down to the choices that you make in your social circles. I'm hearing your environment, who it is that you choose to manage. I'm hearing your assets with as well. Take it as you will. The space of interpretation here when it comes to your interactions with others is really important when it comes to the emotional dimension. Now, 10 of Wands in reverse. For a number of you, you're starting to really like, it's like not only am I like recognizing that I want to release certain things, I'm recognizing the process that leads to that cycle of releasing it. I'm realizing also what leads out of that cycle of releasing. And I want to be ready to make peace with that. So for a number of you, there is something possibly that it's like a realization, but it's also a realization of the reality that becomes once we act on the realization that we have. So there's something maybe even that you have a vision of, it becomes very clear to you, you have an epiphany, and you're like, okay, now I'm ready to act on that and set it into motion. That's around the I'm hearing the 10th or the 9th, I'm hearing of the month of May, I'm hearing as well, but also June, and I'm hearing March as well. So there could have been something that hasn't even happened. I'm seeing it's happening in stages. Happening in stages starting at the end of March, leading into the end of May, and then leading then further into June. So further down the line, I'm hearing August as well will be a big month for you when it comes in. I mean, September as well will be a big month. I'm hearing October as well. That's when the call is going to happen. I'm hearing that specifically. You do have the Daughter of Swords at the base of the 10 of Wands. For now, you want to maybe even like you want to make something very clear, even very official, and you might even want to call something out. It could be publicly, it could be legally, it could be professionally for a number of you. It could be a contract you're thinking of signing. Okay, with the Daughter of Swords at the base of the 10 of Wands and 10 of Cups as well. For a number of you, you're like getting really clear on also how you would like to set and assign values to certain things. Now, we have here the Six of Wands in reverse. This could even be liquidation for a number of you. It could be like selling a business, or you could be like selling like some kind of actual physical property. I'm hearing that as well. Anyhow, Six of Wands in reverse in July. The Temperance card is in reverse. For now, you're getting ready for a trip. I'm hearing this specifically right off the bat. No. I'm hearing with Gemini. I'm hearing that as well. Three of Cups upright, Six of Pentacles in reverse, and the Temperance card upright. For a number, I'm hearing we talk all night long. I'm hearing all night long. For a number, you're like, you literally, I'm hearing buzz them in, they're my best friend, it's okay. Like someone is like, they have a friend that they're really close with. Actually the number 3 is associated with the archetype of Gemini. It's actually the 3rd house here, right? The Three of Cups, and it's related to the element of water. For you have a really strong emotional connection with someone in the way that you feel like you can communicate, okay, about your emotions. So you have a very strong psychic connection as well, possibly for a number of you. That's what I'm feeling right here. Okay, Six of Pentacles in reverse, mirroring here the Three of Cups. Now, for a number of you, it's something possibly even I'm hearing you're building a team around the space. You're maybe even getting really involved, getting ready to invest in a space. For a number of you, you're getting really into the planning stages when it comes to the collaborative space here. Now, you then lead into, it's very exciting, Pisces. Wow, I'm hearing it in this way. Like, it's like, it like brings you to tears. Like, it's so beyond. I'm hearing your special moment with them. I'm hearing as well, like, this is something that you've seen happening, you've had stories, I'm hearing stories that you've told about them, I'm hearing as well. It's very special. Right here, right now, I'm feeling the energy of the November 2018 reading. I think it was 2018 reading. It was a megalithic Pisces reading. I'm seeing myself like pregnant again. I don't know what that was going to do. Okay, but like for a number of you, possibly there is a focus on that reading. Now, what is associated with the archetype of the archetype of pregnancy? That is actually related to the archetype of the moon, Cancer, the 4th house. So take it as you will. The element of yin, but I'm hearing as it relates to the birthing of this dream, I'm hearing in the womb, I'm hearing on this plane. Wow. So whenever you're like, okay, this is becoming surreal. I have this vision, this dream, and now I'm starting to see it also unfold, come to life. I'm here, there's a thawing out here. It's beautiful, Pisces. You will love September. I'm hearing, if you love July, you will love September, let me tell you. Okay, I'm hearing, it's just like, it's too good sometimes. You're like, I think, no. The universe is too good to me. I'm hearing that specific. Like, at times you get, I'm hearing, it's emotional. I'm hearing that with the Tempest card in reverse. And it's possibly even like a rekindling. I'm hearing like a reconnection. I'm hearing with the letter P. For a number of you, I'm hearing it's a new plan that you're setting into motion to action. It's very exciting. It's bringing the life to you. I'm hearing once again. I'm hearing it's everything. I'm hearing that you've also that you dreamt of, and it could actually be a trip again that you're thinking of taking. I'm hearing that once more, and it could also be a space in which you're actually traveling, even let's say to meet or manage a certain space. Perhaps even with, I'm hearing the letter F, I'm hearing 2 and 4, possibly with a number of people. So, all right, then we move into, okay, August, with the Sun of Wands upright and the Sun of Swords in reverse. It's like literally feeling like I'm seeing you like, don't even want to get off the phone with this person, or whoever this is, or whatever the space is. You're like, even maybe with yourself, like, I don't want to, no, but I'm seeing you with someone here, Pisces. You're like, I want to get off the phone with you even. Like, it's just too exciting. I'm hearing that as well. Sun of Wands upright, it's like too also good. It's too real. Now, the Sun of Wands upright, Sun of Swords in reverse. So there could be somewhat of a waiting period though. I'm seeing that with the Temperance card in reverse. It's like the planning stages, like we're preparing for this, but there's still that period of time where we need to also both evolve, and then we will eventually carry it out. Now, so the Sun of Wands upright and the Sun of Swords in reverse. I'm hearing November. I don't know what those it takes. You will. There is a focus here on the flirting game. I'm hearing that as well, and it could be you with your vision of what you carry out in this space. There is something though very clearly here for another you're working with someone here. They perhaps have a lot of fire in the chart. There's a very strong activation of the archetype of Sagittarius here. You could be dealing with someone who is like, even like, I'm hearing they work with accommodations. I don't know what that's going to do. Sun of Wands upright, all right, Pisces. Somebody could actually be inviting you, or they're making like, they possibly, this is like an opportunity maybe that someone has introduced to you, and there is a focus on again travel and possible even I'm hearing factors of accommodation that is related. Maybe you're planning something, maybe even like a trip again. Now there is something that is a secret though. Okay, Pisces. All right, Sun of Swords in reverse. Like something is like, okay, well, we get it, but like we don't know. I'm hearing that as well. I don't know. Maybe it's something you have an epiphany of. You realize something, and then it's like, but I'm hearing that as well. But okay, but it's okay. I'm hearing that as well. Like, even if we don't know certain aspects of the cycle and how it unfolds, it's fine. We understand that we're falling in love, and the emotion of love is enough to tell us that we don't need to talk about certain things, right? To know also that they're on the way. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. For a number of you, this is a birth. This is something that possibly even like you are starting. For a number of you, I'm hearing with your family. It could even be a business. It's something that possibly even like, I'm hearing though, I'm falling in love. Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing also with my vision. Wow. I'm hearing with my life. I'm hearing with my idea. Now, for a number of you, it's something that maybe even you're starting again. I'm hearing that. Like I'm falling in love maybe with this space again, with this idea again. Ace of Pentacles, you're rekindling a connection here as well. Especially with, I'm hearing the letter S here, related to the letter S with the Sun of Wands. Now, and the Sun of Swords. Now, there is something, and I'm hearing M as well with the Sun of Swords. Now, you have a focus, and you remember that. I'm hearing it in this way. There's something that you know is your project. I'm hearing that with the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Two of Cups upright. I'm seeing someone's like, they have certain directions they feel they need to move in, certain decisions they feel they need to make, certain responsibilities that they feel they need to carry out. And at times it is something that they don't want to hurry. Okay, it's like, it's this kind of feeling, it's so much fun, but I have homework. Like, I got to do my homework first kind of thing. Like, you know, but it's not that the homework is also not fun. Okay, I'm hearing that as well. It's just a matter perhaps of something, oh, but this, something that you're planning. I'm hearing that as well. So it could be the kind of thing like, I'm planning, I'm preparing, I'm packing, my luggage sort of failing with the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Two of Cups upright. All right, Pisces. All right, I'm hearing, it's so perfect. I'm hearing everything. I'm hearing the letter L. I'm hearing Lance. I'm hearing you're a little late, don't you think? I'm hearing, that's all right. I'm hearing at least I got the money in the slot this time. Let's clear that. I don't know what that's going to. All right. But for a number of you, it's something like you're so interested as well in this space, and that's part of it. Like, For a number of you, possibly it's this space where you kind of feel like there's no more tug of war. There's no more like push-pull. There's no more like, I'm French, but I'm not. But I will give you that type of wine. I don't know, to drink. I don't know what. Let's clear that. It's like something about this space has kind of become clear as well. And that's the beauty of the magic that you feel at this point in time now. You share with yourself, ultimately, Pisces. And so for a number of you, it's something that you feel maybe even like, it's like, well, I see myself eventually, it's like this, Pisces, like, I feel like I'm eventually going to carry this out in a public way, but I'm coming to sort of see it on a personal level with myself, so much so that it's mine before it is something that I also, I invite others to partake in the space of as well. And you have a new theme, the Nine of Cups, Pisces. It's overlapping the Eight of Cups. We're talking about an absolute regeneration. I'm hearing this cycle of release and reinvention of your story. You are absolutely invincible, Pisces, and remember that. Even at the times where things become really, 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 I'm hearing like a talk that you feel like you don't want to have, that you can't have, like at that time as well, Pisces, remember that the green lights are telling you to go, right? Nothing is necessarily holding you back, all right? And at times it might be helpful to talk about that. Talking might really help in the times where you feel like there are things that are really perhaps processes. I'm hearing cycles that are I'm hearing bringing things up for review. All right, so thank you so much, Pisces, for tuning in. The light to you always take as you always a matter of personal interpretation perspective. We're gonna jump into your extended and see how these energies move through. It's so exciting, it's so emotional, Pisces. I'm like, Ori, I can't. It's so sensational. We can't wait to jump into that reading for you. Love and light to you, and let's access that via the link in the box below, and I'll see you there, Pisces. Thank you all so much for your support as well, your subscriptions, your love, and your light, tuning into you ultimately. Thank you for connecting. Bye, Pisces. Bye.